What this energy is about is our ability to follow our heart's mission in our lives and what is holding us back from that. And what these energies are showing me is that currently in our world and our lives, there are a lot of things that are restricting our forward movement and our desire to have all of the beautiful things that we want for ourselves, for our lives, for our world, for our planet, for our universe. And that when we are looking forward into how it is that we get to that place of following our heart's mission, that there are a lot of fences, of hurdles to jump through, and people that are guarding those paths and preventing us from moving forward. But all of those things require a movement forward in order to be knocked down, pushed over, and destroyed. So, in order to destroy all of the blocks and restrictions that are out there from moving forward into following our heart's path and mission in this life, our divine mission that we came forward to do in this lifetime, in these reincarnations, it takes a lot of courage to move forward, to be one who is willing to help with the compromise of moving forward, to burn through the shackles that are around us, that appear to be around us. The illusions of not being able to come out of a period of great sadness, the great sorrow that is around us in our personal lives, in our work lives, in our collective, in our communities, because of what we're seeing happening around us. But there are ways that you can burn through those energies around us by looking at those that are standing in your way and saying, I don't see this as an obstacle that I can't move forward through. I look at new ways to be able to move around this type of information, to be able to move around this type of energy, to be able to jog around it in a new way, to be able to find pleasure in our lives in ways that we maybe hadn't looked to before, to be able to find pleasure in our work, to be able to find pleasure in our homes, to be able to find pleasure in our daily activities, in ways that show that we aren't held back by the ways that are currently being enforced in bars around us. You can see in the fence there are breaks, there are ways around it, there are ways through if you look for the brightness that is shining there above you, right? So if you look to new ways of going about things, to look for new ways to see through those that are choosing to enforce rules that charge us to be in a state of distress, in a state of anxiety, in a state of fear, that you can choose instead to look for more positive ways to move forward out of that energy, to move forward in a way that you move towards love, that you move towards light, that you have a positive intention for yourself, no matter what it is that your intention was for. The positive intention of finding great sleep, the positive intention of finding great food, the positive intention of finding great friends, great atmospheres, the positive intention of finding new ways to have celebrations together, to not be afraid of those things to not live in a state of fear of following your heart's joy and bliss, and instead to look for ways to blaze through those things and to find ways to look for the bright spots in your life and how you can find joy in the little things, regardless of what someone has told you about what may currently be the state of affairs around you. To pay less attention to the things that are being told to you in mass, the things that you see broadcast around you, to the things that you see shown down upon those around you, to the way that you see others reacting to the energies, to look within yourself and say, is that really what I believe? Do I really believe that there is currently a state of great distress and great turmoil? Or can I look within my own self and see great things of pleasure and joy and abundance around me? The way forward really is in blazing a new path and looking at things differently, and looking at ways that you can find love and light and joy and happiness and show positive intention in whatever it is that you're doing. If you're having a night in watching TV, that your intention for doing that is to find joy and peace, or whatever that means for you. And it doesn't mean the same thing for every person, but it's learning to look at whatever it is that the circumstances that you're in doesn't mean that you are barred from following the joy of your heart's mission. It just means to look at things differently, to power through whatever it is that you're currently in and look for the brightness around you in whatever way you can. And sometimes it may be as little as sharing a smile with someone on the street. It may be as simple as enjoying a cup of tea. It may be as simple as enjoying your meditation and finding new ways to connect to yourself and spirit, and finding more ways to enjoy happiness in solitude, and looking for what are the ways that you can experience those energies in new ways. So I think this call to action here is just really to remember that to follow your heart's bliss means to look for joy and happiness in ways that you can find abundance and gratitude in each day in every way that you can. Amen.